Losira, I think, has more than enough forces here to take out this contain with very little losses, and I think is going to put him very far ahead in the game. He is, so far, controlling this game very well. He's using Zerglings extremely well to be able to prevent reinforcements, to be able to maintain control of the map, and it looks like... Oh, he is actually moving around. He did not actually lose a Mutalisk there. Very nice control on his part. And what is Jinro's response going to be? Looks like he is... Oh, he's just making sure that these siege tanks are, in fact, well positioned to be able to be defended by the Mutalisks. And I think Losira will be moving in for the final break of the contain. Yes, indeed, we have the forces moving in from behind. Here, the Zerglings are going to get lots of hits from the siege tanks. Meanwhile, oh, he's not actually even going to use the Banelings, or at least he's going to delay the use of the Banelings very quickly. Now that's going to increase the supply lead dramatically, and it's going to cost Jinro a lot of resources. He's lost all of his forces as well as the 4 bunkers. He is probably not going to salvage that in time. In fact, no, he goes down before it is salvaged. So he does not recuperate the resources from that loss. The units lost tab does in fact favor the Terran, and on top of that, I believe Losira has a much stronger economy. He does in fact. They are both on 2 bases, which normally suggests that the Terran is ahead. However, Jinro's third or second base has not been continuous. It's been constantly harassed. He's lost a number of reinforcements and forces, which has been hurting his economy. There is a Zergling here spotting for when Jinro decides to move out again. And there is a huge Mutalisk count, which Mutalisks are quite good against Terran under most circumstances. There are turrets here which will prevent Losira from really doing too much damage. He probably should not be moving in here, especially when he's repairing SCVs. He's just taking a little bit too much damage. His Marines do not have stamina, so they're not as effective as they should be. It looks like Losira is actually being super aggressive with Mutalisks. He's actually just moving straight into the Terran player's base. And Stim is actually almost complete. So once Stim finishes, Losira could be losing a lot of Mutalisks here. There are no turrets in the main base, so that's going to make him lose a little bit of extra SCVs here as Losira flies around. But overall, that was not a very good use of harassment on Losira's part, and not a very good call. He should have played considerably more cautiously. He knew that he had Jinro stuck within his base, and he didn't want to lose any extra Mutalisks or take extra damage, and you can see that a number of these Mutalisks are in the red and yellow health bars right now. He is taking a 4th base as well, double expanding to make up for the fact that the contain was preventing him from being able to take a 3rd base, which was one effective side effect for good side effect on the part of Jinro. Was that, of course, you know, he was kept in his base, he couldn't do anything. And this is a very scary push now with Combat Shield and Stim and several Medivacs. However, there are a lot of Banelings on the part of Losira, which is going to be incredibly effective as well. Losira will want to position himself, and actually he just goes for a counterattack with the Zerglings. But I was going to say, he wants to position himself ready for a flank. These are very tight quarters and very difficult to engage properly as the Zerg player. You want to be, moving in with the Mutalisks there, able to snipe one siege tank. Nice job on Losira's part. And on top of that, he forced a stim on all of Jinro's Marines. That's going to be a lot of energy he's going to have to give up at this point. Now, Jinro being super careful is not only building a bunker, he's actually... Oh, no! Losira is giving away Mutalisks left and right. He is giving this game away to Jinro right now. I think, actually, Jinro might be pulling ahead at this point in time. He does have a very strong push here. I believe he does, in fact, have 1 weapons. He is trying to take out that Queen, able to do so. And that one Marine, like a baller he is, takes that Baneling to the face. He jumped on the Marine, or he jumped on the Baneling for on the grenade for his commander there, and showed exactly what he is. And in return, he is now getting healed by that Medivac. Nice job on the part of Jinro. That siege tank will get picked off most likely by the Mutalisks. Oh, he was actually just trying to pick it off and pick up nearby Marines. And actually not able to take out that siege tank there. He should have actually just focus fired it instead of trying to be cued by hitting the Marine and then splash damage killing the siege tank. Looks like a couple of Marines are going to move in here, and siege tanks actually get there. I did not realize... Oh, jeez, no. Oh, wow, Losira is losing a lot more. Now, he still has a supply lead right now, and it's still possible he can break this contain. He's going to want a flanking. Actually, he does have just Mutalisks on the top there, but he is going to want to slide around with Banelings and Zerglings. To be able to engage from both sides, and most likely Losira probably would want to have broken these rocks earlier in the game, like right after he had broken out of the first contain. Looks like the Mutalisks are moving up, but they did force a stim on the part of Jinro. Unfortunately for Losira, Jinro does have a lot of healing, but that's not going to matter right now as the Banelings are moving in, and the siege tanks get wiped out almost immediately. There's a lot of Banelings moving through. Jinro not with the best split over there on the backbone. The siege tanks are able to focus fire and take out the majority of the Banelings. Surviving Marines, however, are going to be very difficult to deal with as he has no Banelings in reserve right now, which means the Marines are going to be able to slide in and do a lot of damage. So the combination of Zerglings and Mutalisks will maybe be able to clean up these Marines, but not at the cost of a number of Mutalisks and Zerglings. Looks like actually, that was even better than I thought it was going to be. Losira was, in fact, able to clean up that last little attack right there. Jinro realized he was so far behind after losing all of his forces in that attack, and he was forced to pick up his command center as a result of a counterattack up here, and was never able to really get it back down again or reinforce his forces as a result of that counterattack, which you saw earlier, and thus he realized that he was in no position to win this game and had to GG out of it. Very nice game from Losira. He showed what kind of a good player he was. He had a little bit of problems with his Mutilus micro, but in the end he was able to pull it through. It was unfortunate because Jinro had 3 siege tanks, including a very injured one right up here in the front. I think if he had a little bit of a better spread, he would have been able to save a couple of his siege tanks and not had to run his Marines quite so far in order to get away from all of the Baneling and Zergling blasts. But very good game. I was very excited to see these players play, and this is part of a set actually. Jinro has a number of games. These are all just public games from the ladder, and I'll be casting all of those in turn. So this is PG on Milncraft, signing off.